control or autonomy is something that I hugely value. So in my working week, I am in a really fortunate position to be able to have an influence over how many days I work clinically, how many days I work in another opportunity. So in my case, medical education. So I split my week between working clinically as a GP and working as a regional director with the ICGP. And that's something that can be really challenging in other specialties. But not just that, because of the jobs market the way it is at the moment, I was able to choose the place that I wanted to move. I wasn't dependent on what consultant position was going to come up in 2 years' time, 3 years' time. I was able to choose a place with my wife where we wanted to move and bring up our family. And I was able to work the job around that, which is a huge luxury. But not only that, I think as a GP, if you're running your own practice, you're in a position to choose the people who you work with. So it's all about teamwork these days, and really you spend a huge proportion of your working life at work. And if you're working with people who have the same energy and the same values as yourself, it's really fantastic. And in general practice, you probably have more ability to influence that than just some other careers, which is great. I think unlike a lot of other careers with general practice, there's the ability to choose how much or how little you want to get involved in different aspects of primary care at different points in your career. And so it may be that you're working 4 or 5 days in general practice for a period of time, and then actually you want to get involved maybe a little bit more with research, with medical education. And there is the opportunity to step one bit back and then step another bit up, or it may be that you have a busy time on the family front. I've got 3 young children. I am a hands-on dad, and that's something I really value. And so I have the opportunity to spend a day looking after my children, which is, while they're so young and before the age of starting school, it's really great and something I hugely value. General practice and medicine, it is a busy career. You work hard, and I wouldn't say anything else. It's a hugely fulfilling career, but I think we need to mind ourselves and we need to look after ourselves. One of the things that I try and focus on is having some diversification in my work. I recognize that I'm likely to be working as a GP for 25, 30 years, perhaps more, and I want to stay as engaged, as invigorated by the time I'm 60, 65, as I am now. And one of the ways of doing that and avoiding burnout, which isn't uncommon, is having lots of different opportunities to get involved with, just to mix things up. And I think there is more opportunity than ever before to get involved in other things, such as running a musculoskeletal medicine clinic, such as running a menopause clinic, getting involved with your local GAA or rugby team, and various community things, or getting involved in research or medical education. And so that is something that you can do alongside a career in general practice, which I think is just hugely attractive. I think the opportunity is huge. We have an expanding population. We have an awful lot of GPs who are getting near retirement, and so we need a lot more new GPs, and so the opportunities for the younger generation are enormous. In addition to all these positions, there's been recognition in government that actually if you want to provide good healthcare to your population, you need to get primary care right. And GPs have always been good at looking after and providing good healthcare for their populations. But what's changed now is it's being increasingly incentivized to provide proactive care through the chronic disease management scheme. And this is bringing more resources into primary care, and it's allowing us to build our teams, build our infrastructure, so we can bring more GPs into our teams, we can bring in more practice nurses, and ultimately the hope is that we can provide better care for our patients, really, which is what it's all about. So I think it's a really great time to become a GP in Ireland.